So just had I did a Facebook Live FPV flight. That was kind of fun. Hopefully everyone that watched it there enjoyed it. I might try to do that with, I think you can do that with YouTube also. I might do that sometime with YouTube. Set this up and record a live feed sometime, schedule one sometime and do it and see if I can get some people to watch. They might enjoy that, I think. Might be kind of fun to do. So yeah, I was trying to get some final tuning on my quad, and I think I've got it where I like it. I was trying some new props, some DYS props that I got at the local hobby store. They look pretty cool. They're like a translucent purple and translucent blue. Put those on and I get a good bit of vibration. So definitely going to have to, if I want to fly those, I'm going to have to change my tune to get the vibration out there. Probably need to adjust the P gain. So probably have to bring the computer over here and do some tuning with it and just mess with it till I get it right, and then maybe have a couple different rates on there, and maybe depending on which props I'm putting on there, set it up on a switch to have different rates, different profile rates. See how that works. So we'll see. All in all, pretty fun. It's getting kind of dark again. This time change sucks in the evening. It's cool in the morning. I may have to start flying in the morning, so I have plenty of daylight. But all in all, pretty good, fun session. I think I've got it tuned fairly well for my dowel props. It feels really nice and smooth and fairly well locked in. And I've just got to get myself back to flying again. I kind of got a little rusty there, not really flying as much. So I've got to get several packs through every day and get myself flying solid again there, where I've been tinkering around with stuff. So all in all, good day though. One other thing I wanted to say, so yesterday when I was flying over here with my buddy, we were doing some testing with his video feed. I think we got that kind of pinned down on where the issue's at, but we're still trying to deal with Fat Shark with it. I think they're trying to blame something else, but pretty sure it's something with the goggles or with the receiver module. Anyway, so while I was flying over here, I had a little incident with that tall pole you see right there in the middle in the background. We became close personal friends, and so crashed and picked up everything, and all I thought that I'd done was bent a prop and busted a strap, and I had, but I also had damaged one of my antennas on here. My little receiver antennas, these suckers right here. And so you don't have to replace your antenna if you've got enough length on it. You can just cut the end and then you trim back the outer plastic and the outer grounding sheath to 32 millimeters. Do that and it's all good again. So you don't have to replace your antenna if you've got a little bit of cord there that you can work with. And if you have to replace it, you can do that too. You just have to unsolder it and resolder a new one on there. Not too bad, but I didn't want to have to do that, and I didn't have one handy to do that with, and I had an extra little bit of length there, and nobody will know the difference. And I didn't have any issues with signal today at all, so all good. So I gotta take a little short walk here around the field after flying a little bit. So did another FPV live session. Hopefully that went pretty well. I think some people liked that. It's kind of fun. I've got to figure out a better way of getting the video feed though. A little better or something. Not sure what I can do there. I'll figure something out. But so before I did that, did a little test flight there. I replaced the video transmitter. I had the other one, the SMA connector got busted on it, and I had one of the guys in our group fix it, and it worked fine. No problems with it working. The only problem is I couldn't get it positioned inside of the frame the way that I really wanted to. And I think because it was kind of in there kind of at a funny angle, and I think it was kind of bouncing around on the flight controller board, I think it was causing some weird stuff when I would do those hard rolls, causing that weird twitching. So replaced that with a new one, and it's mounted in there nice and solid and not touching the board, and it's got plenty of clearance and it can't touch the board now. And so did some tests there with several hard flips, no problems. So I think that might have been it. And thinking back to when I first started having the problems was when I first had an issue with the other mounting, and the way it was in there, it wouldn't be laying in there exactly right, and it would be kind of touching the board occasionally. I think that's what the problem was. I'm not sure, but I think, try to get lighting better, I think that was part of the issue. It was causing a bounce, or it was hitting the board somehow, or causing some sort of vibration on the board with those hard rolls, because I didn't do it any other time. It was just in that one case. I think it was just the way that it jars it. Like I said, it didn't happen yet. I also have to play the wait and see game. You never know if you really fixed it or not. If it's not happening, doesn't mean it's fixed, just means it's not happening. So I figure if I get 10, 12 flights in and I don't have the problem, then it's probably fixed. So did that testing, did that live video feed, took a fellow down here for a flight. He liked that pretty well. I think he enjoyed it, and so it's kind of fun to get to do that for a change too. Try to show people what it's like, join some interest in it. But all in all, pretty good day. I'm gonna head home and think we're gonna get some supper and hang out with the family for the evening. You guys have a good one. So, not one to give up easily. Came out here to do some practicing, and just doing a little, just practicing, not doing anything else, just kind of trying to get my jitters out. I don't know why I've had those here the last couple of days. Just had a little bit of jitters. So anyways, trying to get those out. So came out here to do some testing, and I had 2 of my indestructible props destruct while flying. And so I thought something else had went wrong until I got to looking, and sure enough, they had snapped right at the hub. Kind of weird. I guess they had just taken a little too much. So, being that I wanted to give those other props that I bought the other day from the hobby store a second chance, I decided to give them a second chance and fly with them. Still got some oscillation, but I think it's just the P gain needs to be adjusted down a bit for these. Everything else felt really good. The rolls felt really good, nice, controlled. The flips felt really good, nice and controlled. Just overall flight felt really good. Just that oscillation there. So forgot to bring my computer, so I'm gonna go back to the house, get the computer, and maybe recharge a battery or two here again, and come back out and do some more testing and get the oscillations out of it there, because I think I like those props. But we'll see how it goes. So just did a sorry for the road noise. Just did a test with a copter using O-rings to mount the flight controller, doing a soft mount on the flight controller. And I'd read a bunch of stuff on this, and to be honest, I really didn't think it would make that much of a difference. I thought it'd make a little bit of a difference. It's going to dampen the vibrations a little bit. But from what I've seen with doing that kind of stuff, like with cameras and whatnot, it really didn't dampen too much. At least that's the experience that I've had. But I want to be the first to say I was wrong. Holy cow, what a difference it made. It no more twitchiness, no more noise. It sounded like a brand new copter. and I've beat it pretty good, crashed it quite a few times. You've seen it. And holy cow, what a difference. So if you're having some noise with copter, with one of the noisier gyros, or the gyros that are more susceptible to noise, like the one in the Seriously Pro Evo, like I said, I didn't have this issue really with the other props. So the different props, I guess, maybe make it more susceptible to the noise. I don't know, maybe not. But in any case, that makes a huge difference, and I'm going to be doing that from here on out, period. If you haven't done it, do it. I got my little rubber O-rings from multirotormania.com, pretty cheap, a couple bucks for a bunch of them. So if you need them, you can get them there. They got all kinds of cool colors, so make it match your quad. So definitely get you some of those O-rings if you've got one of the gyros more susceptible to noise. It's well worth it. Just had some fun ripping a few packs down here at the lake. Just having some fun. Really wasn't trying to do anything. Just having fun. So hopefully some of this will translate out to some pretty good footage. We'll see. If it does, I'll definitely share it. I'll probably share it anyways. You know, just so you can see my progression. But yeah, getting ready to go to the barn. Take my daughter for her horse lessons. I've already burned all my packs for today. It's going to be dark by the time we get up there anyway, so we won't be able to fly too much. Not a lot of light. And I don't really feel like flying in the dark. So, wanted to get a few in before we did that. So I came up here and flew a few and tried a couple of different things. Crashed a couple of times. Flying through some of these different trees and whatnot here, doing some different stuff around those. That was kind of fun. That was good practice to get a feel for that and not be as intimidated by going through tighter spaces. Which, you know, I look at this little tiny thing here and I'm like, why do I have this feeling that I'm going to crash into these things, these really wide spaces? But, you know, I guess it's all mental. We got to get past that mental hurdle. But I'm getting there, working on it.